Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reacting to
Ariana Grande explaining why she's not using her stage name in Wicked. What does that mean?
Ariana and Cynthia, I want to start this by saying thank you. Thank you. I give you my gratitude for taking care of these characters and how you have put so much thought and effort into taking care of them for us. As a fan of this musical, it was just magical.
Oh, she's getting
and
emotional
to see you on screen and just see.
What is on the shoulder though?
Bubbles.
Bubbles? What is this?
Bubbles.
Okay.
Fans of the characters.
But why
playing
one shoulder? Why not both?
Because two may be too much, you know?
them. So thank you. It just means so much to all of us.
Thank you. That's a really kind thing to say.
Is this the film that could have used a never-ending supply of waterproof mascara? Because
Yeah.
people were crying all up and down the roads last night. Crying. I sat next to drag queens and they were like, "Oh God." Like the makeup starts to run.
We definitely need to bring extra pairs of lashes
Yeah.
in the bag when we
Yes.
come to this one.
For sure.
I want to talk about the grand scale of this film. Like, when we see the musical, we get to see it from the same perspective, no matter where you're sitting, and it's wonderful. But with this, it's like stepping into the world, and we're seeing it in 3D. We're seeing the scale of these real sets that you worked on. But what I would love to know is, what was something small and quiet and a detail that you remember from shooting this film that will stay with you forever?
How it felt. The relationships.
Because that was always the center of all of any big scene. The center of that scene was our relationship and who we were as people together in that scene, and outside of it as well.
Yeah. And with everyone in the room with us as well.
Yeah.
Like every single person.
So
the sound people.
Yeah.
I wonder what it's going to be like when it's all over. Like, they got so used to a schedule, being around certain people. For that to be all done, it's gonna be quite emotional. It's like, you know, you go to school 4 years and then you graduate and you're like, okay, what now? You know?
I mean, kind of, but I don't know about you, but for me, that moment with school was like one day. Like, you kind of sit there, oh wow, next day, life goes on. So I feel like, yes, there's gonna be like that adjustment period, but it's gonna be like 1 day, 2 days, and that's it. Like, it's not like, you know, they're dying. Like, they can still, you know, hang out, be friends, talk. So it's not, it's like, it's just a change
but it's not
in
the
schedule.
same, because
It's
every
like,
day, like, for example, you have breakfast together probably.
I understand, and it's, as I said, it's going to take a little adjustment, but I don't think it's going to be like that big of a deal where it's like, oh my God, and, you know, because they have their lives, you know, they're going to go back to their lives. So if they really like each other like that, I'm sure they're going to start another project together, you know, so they can be around each other.
John, our director, the best director in the whole world, it just felt really intimate. So it's funny you say about the scale, because to us it felt so teeny and intimate, and we say this all the time, but not to be a broken record, but it felt like a little student film. It felt really intimate and teeny.
That's because our relationship. It was all these relationships. We were so close to everyone who was
really
with
close.
us on that set, and it was that small for us. You know,
The warmest space.
All family. Yeah.
It's so great. And one thing that the fans have, and me personally, were very excited to see was you being credited as your full grown-up name. And I wanted to know the symbolism or the importance of that for you, because I know for us, like, we were all like, it's you know, the full name.
Technically, it's my little girl name.
Oh.
It's technically little Ari name. But no, I just feel like this experience was such a homecoming for me. I feel like I came home to myself in a lot of ways through what I learned from Glinda.
I did think it was interesting because in the credits, it's another name. And I was like, what name is that? You don't remember? It was like Ariana Grande, and it would be...
I think you're mixing that up with the comparison video we did.
What do you mean?
You said that in the comparison video, not the credits. We never did the credits.
Oh, so then...
It was that name was in the comparison video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then there.
You haven't seen it, guys, yet. We haven't posted it, but we will soon, so stay tuned.
Alphaba. You know, that was my name when I went to see the show when I was 10 years old. And it felt like a really lovely way of honoring that.
It's a love meant to her, isn't it? Yeah.
It felt really full circle, and it just felt like something I wanted to do.
I love that. It's so great. And Cynthia, Elphaba's powers come from like her emotion and her passion and how she feels in the film. So I would love to know, like, if Cynthia's powers in real life would be motivated by your love for this role and how passionate you feel about this film.
Yeah, I think most of the things I do are powered by my emotion and how I feel about everything. And I think all the energy that was funneled through Elphaba came from a huge love of this piece and who she is and what she's been through. I think there's a bit of a connective tissue between what she's experienced and what I've experienced, and so there was a deep protection of who she was and a deep want to care for her and take care of how she was seen, and all the little details about her come from a passion that I have.
Definitely. Well, I mean, to echo what I said at the start, thank you for taking care of these roles for us. I can't wait for people to see it. It is a love story, but it's a love story about the love that we have for our friends.
Yes.
And I think that's a love we don't talk about enough.
That's right.
Because it's so passionate, and so important. So thank you so much. It's been wonderful to have you.
So it's interesting. It seems like every different like news network gets like a 5-minute segment for these interviews. It's the same place, same as we watched yesterday, and it's a different guy interviewing, and so I guess we're just gonna react because there's another one today, Star. So I guess we'll react as we see them pop up.
That's interesting. I wonder if they don't overlap in questions, so they make sure they have all the questions written up.
I think they have like 5 questions. If somebody asks you, scratch it. I would think so. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord, and as always, share as much kindness as possible.